How's it going, meat lovers, and welcome to Helldivers. Okay, that's weird. Anyways, welcome to Helldivers 2. Finally. As always, I want to thank everyone for watching, and I will meet you later. Putting the server issues aside, Helldivers 2 is the new big game that everyone's playing. And I mean everyone. The current active player count is higher than Colombia's active military. So maybe they should add the planet Bogota to the game next. I need friends. Anyways, welcome to my very cool review for Helldivers 2. But before I get ahead of myself, what even is Helldivers 2, and why is it so fun? Helldivers 2 is a third-person PvE shooter where you fight for Super Earth as either Geek Squad or Pest Control. And let's just say that you didn't major in computer science because the robots in this game are tough. The gameplay reminds me a lot of ODST's Firefight mode with a few key differences. The biggest of these being stratagems. These are basically airdrops you can call in to do pretty much anything, from giving you a support weapon to blowing up anything within a football field's radius. But in my experience, they usually just kill your teammates, in which case you use reinforcement stratagems to call them back. To use a stratagem, you input a certain set of directions like down, up, right, up for a sentry. And while I wouldn't say this method is objectively better than something like a kill streak in COD, I think it fits better in a slower paced PvE game rather than a cocaine-fueled sweat swamp first-person shooter. But I still don't think this is the real reason Helldivers 2 is so fun. But anyways, even on low difficulties, you're gonna need to get comfortable using these if you want to get to extraction. You can unlock new ones that are more powerful by using requisition slips that you earn by beating missions. But I still don't think that's why people like it. Maybe it's because of the normal weapons, which you unlock with medals that you get for completing personal orders, finishing missions quicker, or looting points of interest. You can also use medals to buy new armor, titles, capes, and other cosmetics. Different armor sets can give you different enhancements or bonuses, like the Marksman, that decreases recoil and increases explosion resistance, or the Bone Snapper, that gives you more stims and makes the effect last longer. Or maybe it's because of the enemies you use them on. There are two main enemy types in this game. The Terminids, which use horde tactics and are kinda dumb, and the Automatons that if you so much as breathe on, will find your IP address and send an airstrike to your house, killing you instantly. Then there are your teammates, which will kill you more than the other two combined. Especially if you're like me and play with randoms, because you don't have any friends. Anyways, I should probably get into a bit more detail than one sentence, starting with the Tyranids.
I'm Coyote Peterson, and I'm about to enter the sting zone with the Executioner Wasp. Here we go.
The Scavenger is by far the weakest bug in this game. A couple sneezes would probably kill one. They're only really dangerous in large numbers, so unless you get surrounded, you'll be fine. Warriors are larger than Scavengers, but are still pretty weak. They have some armor on them, but if you keep shooting, they'll go down quick anyways. There's also a few seconds after you shoot their head off that they can still attack you, so be careful of that. Oh no, a shield. If only I had something like legs that I could use to move to the side. Oh wait, I do. These guys are really easy to take care of if you just step to the side. Or just try and throw a grenade a little bit past them. These things are a bit smaller than warriors, but they can pounce on you from far away. They move in a very predictable line and are pretty weak though, so just shoot them down. Stalkers are like hunters on cocaine if cocaine gave you superpowers. These things can turn invisible, are way tougher, and can also pounce on you from way further away. You need to keep your eyes out because they also hit pretty hard. They're like assassins. These guys spew bile on you. It's almost like it's in their name. Apparently, if you shoot it in the head instead of the glowing weak spot, it's supposed to be easier to kill, which doesn't really make sense. The Bile Titan only appears on higher difficulties that I haven't gotten to yet. Apparently though, you should shoot him in the mouth and stomach with heavy weapons, but again, I don't know, I haven't fought him yet. For some reason, charges spawn in a lot more than Brood Commanders or Bile Titans. I've had 4 of them on a difficulty 5 mission, which is ridiculous. You need heavy weapons to take them out, but as long as you aren't cornered and know how to dive to the side, they can't hurt you. Brood Commanders can summon a bunch of smaller bugs to fight you, so kill them quick. They have light armor on their head, so it's a bit tougher to do, but don't worry, I believe in you. I haven't fought these yet, so I don't know how to, but if you just shoot them, you'll probably be fine. Wow, that took a long time. Now, I could go into the same depth for the automatons, but I don't really want half of the video to be me listing stuff, even though it already is. A lot of the automatons are each their own flavor of screw you and everyone around you, so I'm going to try and split them into a few general types, and hopefully it won't be that lame. The attack bots, or infantry bots, are the main thing you're going to be dealing with. You see these a lot in big groups, but on their own, you can kill them pretty easy. These include the Scout Strider, Berserker, and Marauder, or whatever you call them. The Marauder has multiple types, with the most annoying one having a super accurate rocket launcher that can one-shot you from way too far away. In general, as long as you don't get caught in the open and aren't acting like a complete moron, then you can usually deal with these without the need for a special weapon. Defense bots are the ones that I think do better defending bases where you can't get to their weak spots, because without those weak spots you need an anti-tank weapon or an airstrike to take them down, especially the Factory Strider. But if they overextend, then it's easier to get behind them and shoot their heatsink. Support bots aren't necessarily dangerous on their own, but are really deadly when you're dealing with something else, hence support, like they support the things that are trying to kill you and make it easier for them to. They can bring reinforcements or just shoot at you from above and completely ruin your cover. Okay, so that's the enemies, the weapons, the armor, customizations. But I don't feel like any of this is why people like this game so much. So after all this, maybe there isn't just one big answer to why this game is so good. Maybe people have just been wanting to relive the good old days when games were dumb fun instead of a business. Before we had responsibilities, before everything was serious, back when we were just kids, having a good time. Oh, never mind.